Ryan's one of the greatest guys I've ever known. One of those solid friends that you could call up in the middle of the night and he'd be there for you. Definitely would have your back. I met him when I was fairly young. His family actually joined our church when I was in the 7th grade. I went to school with his sisters. He went to school with one of my brothers. We were all friends, all in the youth group. I remember actually going to a church camp and actually teaching him how to play the guitar. Little did I know that 7 or 8 years later we would be traveling, playing worship together. And you know, there's so many things that I could think of whenever it comes to Ryan. We trained quarterbacks together. I actually worked for his company that he has. I trained quarterbacks for 3 years. And with that, you definitely saw the passion that he has for Christ. We'd open up the lessons in prayer. We'd close in prayer. He's definitely not embarrassed to share his faith. He's definitely not shy from speaking to, random people on the streets. Or, I remember one time we were actually in Sabinal, Texas. We were playing it's kind of a camp of sorts at a church. We played 4 nights in a row, and we actually went to the neighboring town at a Whataburger, and he witnessed to the manager while the manager was on duty behind the counter. And I just remember, like, this guy will literally share Jesus with anybody. So it's no surprise to me that, if he was giving a speech at all, that he would, mention the name of Jesus. What's crazy to think is that not only was he speaking to a high school, the high school was Keller High School. This is the same high school that he played football for, that he played baseball for, the same town that he grew up in. He's not some stranger coming in that, wasn't vetted or wasn't researched or anything like that. The name of Jesus is all over his Facebook. If you talk to him for 10 minutes, he's going to share Jesus with you no matter what. So there's definitely no surprise. And I can't believe that even the school district would be surprised at, what they heard or what happened. It's just funny. Ryan said Jesus.
A motivational speech in front of Keller High School students ended up getting the speaker fired. The district moved quickly after the motivating moved toward religion.
The assembly topic for Keller High School juniors was alleviating stress in students' lives. Ironically, though, it created some for the district. The hired speaker, in front of a captive audience, mentioned Jesus and expressed his own Christian beliefs, setting off a wave of controversy. Further uproar followed the principal's response, a letter apologizing to parents, and an update on the apparent backlash for the speaker. In part, it says the speaker in question is reportedly no longer employed with the company that sent him. Please accept my personal apology for this unexpected incident.
What's most surprising about this is that, Ryan's not some random guy who came in and gave a speech at Keller High School, but he is a Keller High School graduate. He mentioned the name of Jesus, and it was so offensive to people that the principal had to send a letter out apologizing. It is crazy to think that's even a possibility, especially in my hometown of Keller. If you are in the Keller area, if you've gone to a Keller ISD school, if you've gone to church with Ryan, my challenge to you is to not stand on the sidelines and let this happen, but to stand up for religious freedom and religious liberty.